It was a few years ago, but I remember very clearly. I'm from a small southern town, and I remember very clearly going off to college, for the first time and moving away from home and being nervous and insecure and trying to figure out how I fit into the bigger picture of people who seemed much more knowledgeable and sophisticated than I was. And I used some counseling resources at the time and found it incredibly valuable and helpful. And I guess that was when I first started thinking about, if I could do that, if I could provide that for people, that would be really rewarding. So that sort of started the path for me, I guess. One of the things that I will frequently say to students when they first come in for the first time is that if they've never experienced a counseling relationship before, I try to demystify what that process is for them and explain that it's different. Every counselor has a different style and a different way they interact, but I think most people that I work with would say, hopefully what it feels like is a useful, caring conversation. Part of what I like about working at a college counseling center is that you do get to work with a variety of issues and the whole span of things that come up in a person's life, really. But some of the areas that are especially interesting to me are working around LGBT issues and providing support for that community, my community on campus here. Also, I do a lot of work with anxiety disorders. I worked for a while specifically in an anxiety clinic. And I find that really helpful and useful to people because it's something that is treatable and something that people can see some significant progress in that really does impact all areas of their life. So those are a couple of areas that I'm really drawn to. Being a student is, it's so much more than taking classes and so much more than preparing for a particular job. For a lot of people, it's really one of the first times in their lives when they've had to figure out who they are in relationship to other people, in relationship to new people and new ideas, and even in relationship to themselves. And so if I can provide a safe and non-judgmental space and framework for them to explore that and sort of figure out how they fit into the bigger picture of the world, that's really satisfying for me.